Good morning, folks. Once again, it is Mark Kelly with the Marketing Can Work for Your Small and Medium Sized Business. Oh, let me fix my collar up. Glad I saw that. Marketing can work for your small to medium sized business. I talk about marketing, of course. I talk about business. I talk about agencies. I talk about working with contractors. And almost more important than anything else, I talk about morning coffee and I talk about how marketing is like the cream in your coffee. It should touch every single part of your business. I'm going to talk a little bit today about the leads that come into your business at tracking and then what can happen to them afterwards. So one of the things that I've discovered is that um, a lot of I've known this for a long time because I've worked with a lot of companies. Man, look at me. Worked with a lot of companies. And one thing that happens is their tracking of their phone calls is, let's say, either weak or non-existent. And that data is so crucial and important to improving things that it's absolutely essential that you track your leads when they come in. Now, we have inbound revenue, have a way you can automatically track your leads, automatically put them into a CRM, automatically see whether they came from a form or from a phone call or whatever the source was for those leads. But more importantly, you need to implement this in some way, shape, or form in your business. One of the essential tools, I'll go over a couple of them right now. One of them is Google Analytics. Google Analytics allows you to track the visitors to your website, where they came from. That's an important factor. Did they come from paid search? Did they come from people finding you organically in the listings? Did they come from a direct search? They didn't even search. They just plugged in your website. Boom, came in that way. Were they referred from another site? Like you have a link on another site and they came in from the Chamber of Commerce. Did they come in from social media? That tells you a lot. So that tells you where they came from. This is Google Analytics again, software that your marketer will know or your marketing person will know. So just write that one down. Google Analytics must be installed properly on my website. You want to track the source of where your traffic comes from. You don't need to look at it every day. Get a report once a month. Get a dashboard built. We can build it for you in Looker, but get a dashboard built so that all you have to do is pop into that dashboard, select a date range. It shows you in fancy, pretty little charts where everyone came from, and then it can show you what they did. Did they take an action that's of value to you? Did they uh, did they take some measured thing? Like did they fill out a form? Did they click on your phone number? Did they sign up for an appointment? Something like that. Those things can then be tracked. So here you've got, oh, here's how many people are coming. Here's where they're coming from. Here's how many of them did something and what they did. At a basic level, that's the most important thing that you want to know, because then you can tie a couple of things together. How many visitors did I have? Well, I had 500 visitors to my website. 10% of them took an action that I liked. So I got 50 actions. 10% would be great. It's probably lower than that. So I got 50 actions, leads, form fills, calls. So if I got 500 people to my website and I got 50 leads, but I really want to get 100 leads a month in order to grow the business, now I know how many people I need to get coming to the website. I need to double it. If I want to double my results, I got to double the visitors. How did they come? Oh man, a lot of the people came from social media. Okay, let's look at social media. They came from Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or whatever accounts you use. We had 100 people come from social media. Let's look over and see, what did those people do? None of them took an action. Do I want to put more time and effort into social media? Maybe. Do I want to change the way my social media is handled because it's not making enough offers, it's not being direct enough, that sort of thing, because it's not leading to the result that I want? But let's look. My organic search in Google is resulting in a lot of leads. I want to put more effort there. My paid search, look at all those calls. I want more effort there. So now you have not only where people came, many people came, but what they did once they got over here into your website. And I talk about your website because it's a crucial factor as a digital marketing tool for you. It's your presence to the world. It's one of your many presence yeah, that's right, to the world. It's one of the many ways you show yourself. Remember, marketing is like cream in your coffee. So that's just one other thing, but it's an important thing because it's how you're going to get found online, besides your social media profiles and things like that. Uh, wait, let's stop. I'm going to have a sip of coffee here. It's very, very important. Okay, feel better. So that's another thing I'll mention. If you're using your Facebook page as your website on your Google business profile or something like that, don't do that. It's not a website, it's a social media. Uh, it's a social media profile. You need a website. Having said that, you need a website. It doesn't have to cost you a fortune. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfect, if you remember, is the enemy of good. So don't try to make it perfect. Have one. Have it be professional, fast, talk about what you do. If you can't do anything else, just think about it this way. If I have 3 minutes to tell people about what my business does, what would I tell them? Write that down. That's your elevator speech. That's whatever you want to call it. Then put that on your website. It doesn't have to be so hard, people. Don't use flowery language. Don't, go into all of this detail and things and try to make it, try to make yourself more than you are. Tell them what you do, why you do it, what the features of working with you are, the benefits of working with you are, and the offer you have. Say, here we are. This is what we do. You can understand it because I know that you will analyze over your website. You'll spend countless hours on it. Look, I do it too, to a degree. But in the end, no one cares. They're going to come visit it. Did they figure out what you do, who you serve, where you're at? Did you give them ways to engage? Yes. Boom. That's all you need to do. So have that web presence, get your analytics up and running. More important, get some sort of uh, post lead tracking in place. So use CallRail, use What Converts, use systems like we have the Inbound Revenue Rocket to track everything that comes in, every phone call, every form, have it push into a CRM so you can then follow up on that lead and know whether it converted. That'll take you into the back end of sales, which we'll get to another day. But you want to track that. Why do you want to track that lead? Because it's not enough to just know that people came to your site. It's not enough to know that they filled out a form. You want to know, how long did those calls last? Where did they come from? What keywords were they searching on? Were they good leads, bad leads? I guess there's bad leads. I want a job. Might be a bad lead unless you're hired. Then it's a good lead. So there's all kinds of things. So look at CallRail. Look at What Converts. Look at marketing automation systems. Talk to us about Inbound Revenue Rocket, things that will track all your leads. And you don't have to know all the details. You can get a report as business owner, agency owner. You don't have to know every detail. You can get a summarized report that allows you to make good decisions, trust the people, give them good information about what you want. And this goes back to my IT days. And when I was a software guy, people would always come and say, I want a sales report. Okay, you only need to have to tell me two things, but sales report is not enough. You need to tell me what information I can get on the front end. What do you actually track now? Because we can't report on anything you don't track. What do you want at the front end? How do you want it presented in the back end? What data do you want? How do you want it summarized? What date ranges do you want? Etc. That's all you have to tell me. And as a business owner, that's all you need to know. Okay, here's what's happening on the front end. Here's the visitors, the sources. Here's the leads. And on the back end, what happened to those? Did they get converted? Were they interested? And if they didn't, what was it? Was it our pricing? Was it timing? Was it our service? What happened? That's what you need to know. All this stuff in the middle, hire people. Hire someone competent, even if you're just starting out. And I'll give you strategies on that tomorrow. If you're just starting out, you're brand new, and you need to get some help with your marketing, and you're at the beginning stages, how do you do that? How do you afford to do it? How do you vet these people? I'll talk about that tomorrow. Matter of fact, I'll make a note because, as always, I never do this 15 minutes, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, without notes or without coffee. So know where your stuff is coming from, track it, analytics, call tracking, marketing automation, analyze it at a high level, work constantly to improve it. And with that said, I think we've talked enough today. I'm going to go drink some coffee. See you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here.